Tensions in the Caribbean have escalated once again after two Venezuelan fighter jets conducted a close flyby of a U.S. Navy destroyer. What makes this remarkable is the timing. The maneuver occurred just a day after a similar incident, marking two encounters in less than 48 hours. According to the Pentagon, this was no accident. It was a calculated display of force. The vessel involved was the USS Jason Dunham, an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer operating lawfully in international waters, yet Venezuelan F-16s came close enough to make their presence impossible to ignore. Washington immediately branded the move provocative and unnecessary, with some officials describing it as a dangerous game of brinkmanship designed to probe American resolve. The significance lies in the timing. The second flyover happened right after the U.S. confirmed the deployment of 10 F-35 stealth fighters to Puerto Rico. In other words, as Washington moved to expand its aerial dominance in the Caribbean, Caracas answered with another low-level pass near an American warship. Both nations are sending messages, and both want them heard loud and clear. President Trump wasted no time in responding, warning bluntly that if Venezuelan aircraft threaten U.S. ships or sailors, they will be shot down. The directive is straightforward. Commanders at sea now have the authority to defend their vessels without hesitation. So, what exactly is unfolding in the Caribbean? What do the F-35 deployments mean? How strong is the naval force the U.S. has assembled? And what condition is Venezuela's F-16 fleet really in? Let's start with Venezuela's jets. The country's F-16s are older Block 15 models acquired in the early 1980s. While capable at the time, they are now outdated compared to modern American, European, or Asian variants. Typically armed with short-range missiles like the Sidewinder or Israeli Python, plus unguided bombs for ground attack, their combat reach is limited. Out of the original 24 delivered, analysts believe only about a dozen remain operational due to maintenance and part shortages. Meanwhile, the U.S. response has focused on cutting-edge power projection. Deploying F-35 Lightning IIs to Puerto Rico is less about quantity and more about advanced technology. These aircraft combine stealth, sensors, and data-sharing capabilities that allow them to coordinate seamlessly with ships, satellites, and ground units. Stationed in Puerto Rico, they can monitor regional airspace with unmatched precision and react quickly to any threat. The Navy's presence has also expanded. At least 7 major warships are now confirmed in the area, including destroyers Jason Dunham, Gravely, and Samson, all heavily armed Arleigh Burke-class ships capable of missile defense, land strikes, and fleet escort missions. Alongside them is the cruiser Lake Erie, equipped with more than 120 missiles, adding another layer of air defense. And while the U.S. doesn't disclose submarine locations, officials have acknowledged that a nuclear-powered submarine is active in the Caribbean. Submarines bring stealth and long-range strike capability, making them one of the most unpredictable threats in naval warfare. Perhaps the most visible force, however, is the Amphibious Ready Group led by the USS Jima, a large assault ship resembling a small carrier. With its support vessels San Antonio and Fort Lauderdale, it carries the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, over 4,500 sailors and Marines. This highly flexible force can shift rapidly between combat, amphibious landings, or humanitarian missions, making it a self-contained mobile strike force. To sum up, the United States has stationed F-35s in Puerto Rico, deployed multiple destroyers and a cruiser, confirmed the presence of a submarine, and mobilized thousands of Marines. All of this is designed to show strength and deter further provocations. Speculation suggests even more forces, possibly another amphibious ship or a full carrier strike group, could be sent if tensions rise further. On the Venezuelan side, F-16s remain their most visible tool for such flybys, though they also possess Russian Su-30s, which are more capable but limited by maintenance issues. In reality, their air force leans heavily on aging hardware for symbolic shows of presence. Trump's warning raises the stakes dramatically. Another close pass by Venezuelan jets could trigger a direct military response, and in the confined waters of the Caribbean, any clash risks rapid escalation. For now, both militaries are shadowing one another, each signaling, testing, and waiting to see who makes the next decisive move.